What up, guys? Since we don't have any UFC for another 2 weeks, I got a special video today. So, we're going to be going over the top 5 best boxers in the UFC today. Okay, this isn't about accolades, more experience, or whatever. This is who has the best boxing technique right now. And I know everyone's got an opinion on this. It's a very popular opinion, but I got the right opinion, okay? So, let's get right into it. At number 5, I'm going to be going with Alexander Volkanovski instead of Max Holloway. Yes, I was thinking of putting Max in here first, but then I thought, who's had the most success recently with their boxing? It's Volk. I mean, if you look back before Volk finished Yair Rodriguez, he caught him with a check left hook and then followed up and finished him right on the ground. But even in the Max Holloway fight, Volk completely outstruck Max in the boxing, barely threw any leg kicks, and he didn't really get touched by Max often, you know? So yeah, I just think Volk, with his size, his reach especially, he uses it completely to his advantage as a short guy with a long reach. You know what I mean? He uses his jab very well, everything like that. So yeah, Volk, number 5. Alright, next at number 4, I'm going to be going with Dustin the Diamond Poirier. An incredible southpaw striker, man, seriously. He's got a piston of a left hand, and one of my favorite assets from Poirier's game is his counter right hooks, right? A lot of people say that he's right-handed and he throws these check right hooks. He landed one against Charles Oliveira, dropped him with it, landed one against Michael Chandler, dropped him. Poirier's also got one of his signature combinations. He landed this on Khabib as well in their fight. And he landed on Max, where he steps through with the left hand and then follows up with the right hook. You know, it's a very good combination to use against orthodox fighters, you know, because you close distance so smoothly, you know. If I had to dock points from Poirier, I'd say his jab isn't the best. You know, it's not as stiff and as clean and quick as his left hand is, you know. But Poirier's got incredible head movement. He got caught with a couple 1-2s in the second fight with Conor McGregor, but in the third fight, he adjusted to that very well, you know. Countered with the right hook against Conor as well in that fight, you know. So Dustin's got incredible head movement. He's a very well-rounded boxer. The only thing I'd say is his jab. Okay, next at number 3, we're going to be going with Sean Strickland. Some of the best defense, guys, we have ever seen in the cage so far, right? I mean, just what he did against Israel Adesanya, he's seen everything coming from Adesanya, right? Parried all the shots, shoulder rolled. Adesanya couldn't find any jabs from both stances, no straights, no counters, nothing like that, right? It's crazy because Sean has this rock-solid defense as his main weapon, but he also has the basics, the 1-2s, the check hooks, the body shots to go to keep him away from danger, so he's just a very difficult guy to deal with on the feet, right? And I know Strickland, his parrying and some of the techniques that he uses had gotten him in trouble before, like against Pereira, but he got way better after that, right? And it's not like Strickland can't go backwards either, you know what I mean? I know that's been a weakness that people have pointed out sometimes, but Strickland countered a lot against Nasruddin Imavov, and Imavov was going forward that entire time, pretty much in that fight. And also, in the Jared Cannonier fight, if he needs to play it safe against a certain power puncher, he will. He'll jab at range, keep it at range with someone like Cannonier. You know, we kind of picked him apart on the feet. I know he lost that fight, but come on, guys. I think we could all agree Strickland won that fight. But, yeah, man, incredible defense from Sean Strickland. He's just developed such a fundamentally correct style, and I think a lot of MMA fighters in the future are going to be using it. Next. This is a sad one. We're going to be going with Petr Yan. And I know Yan hasn't had the success that he should be having, but we can't forget about what he's done against very special fighters, right? In the Jose Aldo fight, Aldo would give him trouble from the orthodox stance, throw some body shots at him, and Yan would switch to southpaw and counter with right hooks, right? And it gave Aldo a whole lot of problems. He kept switching from all kinds of different angles, pumping out jabs, and followed up with straights, which gave Aldo a lot of problems from different angles, right? And even against Corey Sandhagen, someone that throws a lot of volume, you know, a lot of straight shots, a lot of jabs, longer reach. Yan, it took him time, but he broke down Corey Sandhagen eventually, found some shovel uppercuts, some counter left straights in that fight against Corey Sandhagen. And yeah, man, Jan's very experienced with his defense as well. He covers up whenever he needs to. He moves backwards whenever he needs to. He knows when to conserve his energy very well. He's a master of sport in boxing, man. I mean, Jan just has incredible technique, body shots, counter hooks, overhands, straights, everything. This guy is so fundamentally well in the boxing. If I had to take away points from Jan and some of his weaknesses, of course, we all know, it would be the output, right? It would be the pace that he has early on in some rounds, and he can be overwhelmed at times, and he can be caught with some straight, long jabs from rangy guys like O'Malley. Those are my only type of critiques for someone like Petr Yan, though, right? I'm basically nitpicking at this point, but he's an incredible fighter, incredible boxer, master of sport. But he's not number one. And I know people might not agree with this. This might be a hot take. It might not be. I don't think it is. But at number one, we're going to be going with Jack Dela Maddalena, the boxer from Australia, from down under, right? Now put your pitchforks and torches down and hear me out, okay? Jack Dela Maddalena, the way this guy throws strikes, the way he rips the body and comes back upstairs is beautiful, man, the way he fights, man. He's so smooth on the feet, incredible footwork, and he could deal with any type of opponent, really, like a long-rangey type of guy. Dealt with Randy Brown, dealt with Kevin Holland, dealt with that guy in his UFC debut. I mean, this guy is so well-rounded whenever it comes to his boxing techniques. I mean, this guy throws counter shots very well. He throws straight punches very well. He's got a beautiful jab, beautiful body shots, and then he comes up with these smooth hooks whenever he's got a taller opponent backed up against the cage, right? A moment I knew the Kevin Holland fight really impressed me, and this is how I knew Jack was the best boxer in the UFC. There's a moment in the second round where Holland is talking to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Jack, we should train together soon." And then Jack holds his hands up and he goes, "I'm here right now." And then boom, 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 boom. Follows up with like a 12-piece combination on Kevin Holland, ripping to the body, coming upstairs, finishing, and then moving outward. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful, man, seeing this guy strike. And I know he's hyped up a lot right now, and he's got a tough test in Gilbert Burns coming up. But let's be honest, guys. If Burns doesn't get this to the ground, he's going to be screwed on the feet, knocked out with a southpaw jab or something like that. That's another thing about Jack. Switches stances very well. Can fight from orthodox, southpaw. He prefers orthodox, but he can fight from anywhere, right? Beautiful jab, beautiful body shots. Countering ability is on point. There's not really much you could say with someone so fundamentally perfect whenever it comes to the boxing, right? Now, I know you could argue with someone in the lighter weight classes like Jan, but I don't think that Jan deals with the range as well as Jack does. You know what I mean? And that might be crazy to say, but, I just think the Kevin Holland fight was a really impressive showing for me, Showed that Jack could deal with Holland, who has good enough basics, but also a crazy type of style, you know what I mean? So, 100%, Jack Della Maddalena, based on activity, based on what we've seen so far, especially this year, Jack has done the best with a purely boxing-based type of style. So 100%, I got Jack Della Maddalena at my number one. We'll see how he progresses in his career. We'll see if any other incredible boxers start to rise up in MMA using their defense, like Sean Strickland, or just being so well-rounded. If anyone could let me know as well if Jack Della Maddalena has a boxing background, he probably does, but I haven't really done my research on that. But yeah, Jack Della Maddalena, number one on this top 5 boxing list in MMA, in the UFC. He's the best. Just so smooth on the feet, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your guys' top 5 boxers in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys. God bless you guys. Have a great night. Bye. I'm here right now.